What's good, YouTube? Big Legends in the building, coming at you with another legendary video. If you're new here, be a friend of me, not an enemy. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment for me. In today's video, we're showing y'all how to get your concealed carry in almost majority of the country. It's going to be about 40 states. So it's going to be DC, Maryland, Virginia, Florida, and Utah. DC's not a state, but we all act like it's a state anyway. So anyway, there's about 40 states. You're gonna be able to get your concealed carry after you do what I'm doing today. We're gonna show you how to do this vlog style. Right now, I'm on the way to the class right now. I think it's gonna be about an 8-hour class, and I think it's about an 8-hour class, and then tomorrow I gotta go back to the range to qualify. So we're gonna show you step by step everything, how to do it. And if you're in the DMV, the cheapest way to do it, the best place to go is going to be bereadydmv.com. You on the website, he has all types of different classes you can choose. You can just choose Maryland if you want. You can get your HUL. You can get everything I'm getting, to where like you're be able to carry in most of the country. You can just do Virginia, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. Cheapest prices in the DMV area. Man, if you're going somewhere else, I don't know what's wrong with you. And if you be ready, you ain't got to get ready. But yeah, man, so we're on the way to the class right now. I'm going to show you a little bit of some of the things that's going on in the class. I might show you a little bit of the laws, things that are important, some of the question section of the class, things like that. I'm going to show y'all when I'm at the range. I'm going to show y'all me getting my fingerprints done and all that type of stuff, just in case if you are thinking about getting your concealed carry, you know what you have to go through, so that you can get an idea of what you have to do. I'm not sure if I'm gonna show y'all some prices. I'm gonna show y'all some of the prices and stuff like that. Talk a little bit about the numbers so you can get it in your mindset. Okay, if I want to do this is how much it's going to cost, so you can get your hair right and everything like that, get your bread right, all that. But yeah, man, sit back, relax. If you got, I know you got a dirty firearm somewhere laying around, go ahead, grab your gun, clean it, and just watch the video, man, and just do what you got to do. Grab you something to drink, whatever the case. Sit back, enjoy the video. But yeah, let me talk to y'all a little bit about getting your concealed carry. There's a lot of negative stereotype or not negative energy around firearms, but firearms are good in the right hands. If you're a smart person, level-headed person, you know how to use your firearm. You're not somebody that's hot-headed or just doesn't know what they're doing. then it's fine. Get out, you get your firearm, you learn about your firearm, you train, you learn your laws. You're responsible, and you're not out here trying to do crazy things just because you got a concealed carry, trying to act like you a cop or something, or just getting into just because you got a concealed carry don't make you a badass or nothing like that. You actually got to be more of a responsible citizen when you do have concealed carry. You can't just be out here acting wild and stuff like that, because when you get into a situation, what you can possibly do is let that get to your head. You think because you got a gun on you, you bad, but nah, that's not the way to go. It's just, all it is to defend yourself, if need be, legally. You're not a cop, you're not security, you're not none of that. You're still a regular person. You just have a license to carry. And remember, you have a license to carry, not a license to shoot. So you still have to be responsible, know your laws and all those type of things. Because if you don't, and you end up in a sticky situation, you're going to jail. So yeah, man, just be smart out here if that is something you're gonna do. I recommend it to anybody that is level-headed, smart, and just wants to protect themselves and their family. You know, it's a crazy world out here. You never know what can happen. But like I said, always got to be safe, be mindful of everything that's around you. If you do have to use your firearm, you just got to be smart. You can't just be out here reckless. But that's enough talking for the beginning of the video. I'm gonna turn y'all back on when we get to the class.
And put the permits that you're gonna have, and it's going to the same time it's gonna pop up. All right? It just lets you know where you can carry at. Now people say, what about California? Can't carry that. Residents, so some residents have the ability to carry it, but the license that you are getting today, completely different. Right? Now, Florida, people say, well, I heard Florida's permitted. Yes. You do not need to have a permit to carry in Florida. Florida also honors permits. So if you run a resident, they will honor your run a resident permit. If you DC, they will honor it. Right? The Utah permit, you see that it's graded. Utah grade, Pennsylvania grade, DC and Maryland grade. All that means is that's the actual card that you're going to get. So 1, 2, 3, 4 cards represent about 38, 39 states. So you don't need to do application for every state. You don't need to get fingerprints for every state. It's literally Utah. Utah is going to cover everything that you see on the map except for DC, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. They have their own permit. How you get Pennsylvania? Once you get your home state concealed carry permit, all you gotta do is go up Pennsylvania to any sheriff department, and they'll use the application for $20, show them your concealed carry where you live at, and you're good to go. $20. I wish all of them was $20. But that's all you have to do. New York, nope, only for residents. Jersey's only for residents right now. Once they open up, we'll let you guys know. Is there any place on there that you thought that you were going to get that you can't get? All right.
You can't carry this in Illinois?
Nope. Unless you're a resident. A lot of places that's red, you might have to be a resident. But they don't want anyone outside of the state to be able to come in and out with a firearm. Just to answer your question also, this is not an international gun permit. It's only for these states. People say, well, what if I go on vacation to Puerto Rico? You see Puerto Rico down there is in red, Hawaii in red. All right? Any questions about, and DC, you have 2 years. And make it clear, if you lose your paperwork, and we done heard crazy stories, dog ate it, house fire, which all may be true. But if you do lose your paperwork, you will have to retake the class. That's just how it is.
When you say 2 years, that means how long the permit lasts?
No, that's 2 years from turning your paperwork in.
To them, so you get it.
Yeah, to the state.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Your permit lasts for about 2 to 3 years. Utah lasts 5 years. Every 2 to 3 years, you'll have to renew. The renew price is cheaper than the original price.
The permits that we can get here today, is PA the only one we have to physically go to?
No. So Utah, you're gonna mail out, and again, you'll get a step-by-step guide in your folder with your paperwork to let you know how to turn everything in. But Utah, you're gonna mail it out. Pennsylvania, you can mail it or you can physically go there. I mean, you can physically go there or you can mail it, either way. DC, you have to go down, you gotta set an appointment for DC, that's the only one that you have. DC, you got to set an appointment, where you need your website and everything like that. Once you set your appointment for DC, you'll go down there, they're going to ask for 2 proofs of residency of where you live, not if you're a DC resident or not. So that'll be like a driver's license and a lease, a mortgage, a utility bill, something that just shows, bank statement, something that shows that you live at that address. All right? You can't live in 2 places. Some people say, I got a Maryland ID and a DC ID. You got to pick one.
But
You said as a Virginia resident or Virginia permit?
President.
So for Virginia residents, you still gotta do the same process for these. DC, you gotta set the appointment. For Maryland, it's all online. You do everything online for Maryland.
What happens when you move like that?
So if you move, you just gotta do a change of address, you gotta get a new permit. So you'll just reach out to Utah, Pennsylvania, whoever it is, and they'll issue a new permit with your new address. Right? But for Virginia residents also, they only, so in Virginia you could just buy a gun and get it same day. That's how Virginia is. Maryland, you have to wait 7 days to get your firearm. You only can buy one handgun every 30 days unless you got a collector license. Collector license is free. You get a supply and get it and buy as many guns at the same time as you want. If you're a DC resident, you can buy as many guns as you want, but you would never get your guns in Maryland. How it works is for DC resident, you can buy a gun in any state. Once you buy it, they want to ship it to DC. DC is going to call you and say, hey, we have your firearm. You come down here and do the paperwork. That's how it works in DC. You would never be able to just buy guns and pick it up. Say,
And walk out.
no. Only Virginia residents in Virginia. And that's Virginia driver license. They just changed the law because a lot of people get Virginia IDs and go on to go buy a gun, and then they live in DC. Can't do it. I'm also a FFL, meaning I sell, I buy, and I transfer firearms. At this time, I'm not selling any firearms, not because of me personally, but because of students. They call me, text me all hours of the night, asking me, do I got Glock 21 and all that other stuff. It's about in the morning. Like, a little respect, right? But I'll send out an email, but I have one email when you sign in. I send out emails when I'm back, you know. And as an FFL, I never have to go through a background check anymore to get firearms. But I got approved by the ATF. So, if you're looking to be an FFL, I can put you in contact, but at the same time, you're not going to get one. It's just one of those things. Like, if you got a large volume of things, like if you got 200, 300 people coming to you a month to buy guns, that's different. But it's a nice little hobby.
Do you supply a list of local dealers that they have firearms shipped to?
Yes. And if you go to any website, you can put your zip code in, and they'll let you know who has an FFL also. Good question, huh?
Yeah, how long does it take to actually get the permit?
Good question. How long does it take to actually get the permit? 30 to 90 days. The 90 days come from DC, but DC is slow. DC is slow. Utah gonna come back fast. 30 days. You're gonna be able to carry in all these states except for DC and Maryland and Pennsylvania. But even Utah covers Virginia for everyone except for Virginia residents. Virginia residents, they have to get a Virginia permit. And you can get it with the same people that you, if you don't have it already. But everyone else, Utah, once you get to Utah, it covers Virginia. But you'll be able to carry it in Virginia once your Utah comes back. After Utah, Maryland will come back, and then DC will come back. If you do Pennsylvania, they'll come back within 30 days. So 30 to 90 days. For DC, if they do not get back to you in 3 months, you can call them. By law, they have to give you a decision. You get denied for anywhere, you always appeal it. Once you appeal, you're gonna know why they wrong, pretty much. And then they'll reverse it just like that. Because a lot of times when people get denied, it just stop. They just stop. They don't even understand it can be an honest mistake. Honest mistake. Phoebe, her application for Maryland got denied because they mixed her up with someone else that said she had a violent case. She had nothing on the record. But again, they human, they make mistakes too. So fight it. And like I said, if you have questions and you get denied, you will always reach out. We'll tell you the best thing that you can do. Alright? Any questions, comments, everybody take a picture back? If not, you can do it on your phone. Alright, so I always, this video took off for me, we always play it. Pretty much the same as how we got our humble beginnings. I came through new class, I liked it, I enjoyed it, I came to protect my daughter. I have a 13-year-old. And I enjoyed it. I was like, wow, this is something I think I see myself doing because I'm already educated and just pushing it along now. Anybody, what is a concealed carry license? So if I gave you a Target gift card, I said, here be your license. Is you gonna believe me? No. So what is a concealed carry license?
Just to show that you know, legal to carry a firearm.
So it shows that you can carry a firearm. What else?
Legal to carry a firearm.
Legal.
Train.
Saying that you trained. What else?
State.
You said safe.
State.
The state? Yeah. What else? What gives you, what let me know that you have your concealed carry license? What do it do? What is the purpose of it? What can you do with it?
Show it.
Show it? What else?
Carry it.
Carry it? What else?
Conceal it.
Conceal it? What else? Can you defend yourself? Can you defend yourself? Come on, man. I got my license. I'm my job. Like, y'all ain't here. What is, so, I heard a few things. You consider, let, I guess the public or law enforcement know that you are legally carrying a firearm. They'll give you the right to protect yourself. All right. Depending on the situation. Now, at the end of the day, all the great things that you said, or I had to force you to say, either way, concealed carry license is a piece of plastic that says you can carry a firearm. It doesn't give you the right to shoot no one. It don't give you the right to protect no one. All it is a piece of plastic that say you can carry a firearm under your clothes. That's it. So what you here for? Why are you getting a concealed carry? But that's all it is good for.
Repeat that question.
What's the reason you here? Why are you here?
I need to carry my pistol with me.
You need to carry a pistol with you. How many people feel the same? Everybody just need to carry their pistol.
Yeah.
Anybody here?
Legal way.
The legal way. Yeah. Anybody here because a situation happened?
You're not supposed to be in here.
No. You'll be surprised. We have students that come in, somebody try to rob me.
You're not supposed to be in here. No.
Somebody broke in my house. Somebody did it. Like that made them come here. You don't gotta raise your hand, but I just want you to think, why are you here? Like, maybe you got a
You're
business.
not supposed to be here.
Maybe you got kids. Maybe you got a family you want to protect. Like, why you here? If you don't know why you here, then you need to ask yourself that.
Yeah.
Like, that's a valid question. Because you about to step into a whole other lifestyle. Like, it's not easy being a concealed carry holder. The reason why? Because the criminals get to do everything. We gotta follow these rules, but they don't. I mean, granted, they get arrested or, whatever it may be, but if we violate anything, we get our license taken away, we can go to jail, like all these different things. So I want y'all to keep that in mind. So I'm telling you, it's gonna be times, situations, moments when you really have to make a decision in a split second.
Yeah.
Do I want to go left or do I want to go right? You're going to find yourself as a legal responsible gun owner in so many situations where you literally have to talk to yourself 1,000 times a day.
Yeah.
People might take your pocket space. People might do this. People might yell at you. Might call you names. You cannot engage in none of that. I just want y'all to know that. If you get into a situation and you use your firearm without any justification, you won't go to jail for a long time. Just because somebody arguing, if somebody argue with you, if somebody do this or that, you gotta let it go. I'm telling y'all this because we have students that are locked up currently because they pride and ego away. Sky high. So if this ain't the class for you, you go ahead and remove yourself. I won't get no refund, so you donate it to the community. But again, like, I just want y'all to know how serious it's about to be stepping into. Alright? But it is fun parts. It is fun. Like, you get to the range, it's gonna be fun. But right now, we gotta lock in, ask 1,000 questions to me or Richard, because again, you're not gonna be able to answer all these questions. Like that. That's just one of those things. Alright? Alright, let's get started. Now class is officially begun. We got through with the intros, universal safety rules. I need y'all to remember these rules because we do giveaways. We do giveaways throughout the class. And if you retain some information, you will be good to go.
The most important thing when dealing with firearms is to understand and know your universal safety rules. Never point your weapon at anyone or anything you do not intend to kill or destroy. Always keep your finger off the trigger and straight along the frame of the trigger until you're on target and ready to shoot. All firearms are considered loaded. Never assume anything. Check it yourself. Always know your target and what's behind it. Know your backstop. And last, maintain control of your firearm. If not in your possession, lock it up.
Alright, these are the universal safety rules right here. Real simple. If you follow these, you would never accidentally shoot anyone. Guns just don't go off. Unless your gun is like 1930 made or something like that. Modern guns, I can slam it, I can toss it, I can leave it here for 50 years. It would never discharge fast enough. Have to be fresh. Alright, I want you to take a look at this video. Let me know if you see any other university rules that's been violated.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to pick your firearm up, you're not going to load it. You're going to pick your firearm up and show proper stance, proper grip. Okay? All right. You're going to come around and adjust.
Oh my God.
Richard could have been out of here. Richard could have been out of here. So look at that. Alright, so whoa. Right there. What she do wrong?
She pointing the gun.
Finger on the trigger, pointing the gun in a not safe direction. Not even, not facing that range. Why is she facing this way with a gun? Because she might. You're right. So that's what you don't do. That's what gets you failed. That's what gets you failed. Alright? Be mindful that these things like this get you failed. Now, granted, she had to retake the class because she just wasn't ready. Like, this is unacceptable. Alright?
So we're gonna be monitored or graded on that tomorrow?
Yes. So, you will be in 7 lanes. Now, this is like the old range. They need to upgrade it a little bit. But you're going to be in 7 lanes like this, and it's going to be 2 to 3 instructors in that area monitoring. Alright? You're going to learn the universal safety rules, study it. Once these universal safety rules is violated, never point your gun, your weapon at anyone you want to destroy, always keep your fingers straight, all firearms considered loaded, always hit a target, or even maintain control. Which one was violated? All of them. Somebody said all of them. All of them. Don't violate the university rules and we're going to be just fine. In home safety. Now we're going to talk about home defense.
In-home safety. A large percentage of firearm accidents occur in the home. Each of you is responsible for the safety of others with firearms in the home. Educating your immediate family about firearms is encouraged. However, even assuming all family members are mature enough to absorb and obey instructions on firearm safety, you may have visitors in your home who know nothing about firearms. Typically, those people who have no knowledge of firearm safety handle them in the most dangerous way possible. For maximum security, you should make sure your firearms are inoperative and inaccessible to others. Firearms should always be unloaded while in the home. If you have children in the home, firearms should be unloaded and locked in a case or using a safety device such as a lockbox. This will prevent access to minors. Discuss more in detail the prevention of access by minors.
Alright, if you have minors in the house, you need to make sure that you have a safe. That's it. You got a small safe, biometric safe with your fingerprint. We actually just partnered with a group, a company. So when we send out emails, where you can get into a nice biometric safe that you can keep your firearms.
If someone who's not supposed to get your firearm gets a hold of your firearm, and could you have prevented it, right? So for example, you leave a loaded firearm on your kitchen table, you know your child is gonna come down there and get a bowl of cereal and there it is, right? So there's no law that says you have to lock it up, have to have a safe, so on and so forth. But realize that it's your responsibility. The two main things that I want to teach within this class is safety and responsibility. If you keep those two things in mind, we'll be fine. Nobody's gonna be an expert shooter after this class. Nobody's gonna be out there ready to be John Wick or anything. It is not gonna happen. But if you just leave with the concept of, I wanna be safe with my firearm at all times, I'm gonna be responsible for what I do with my firearm at all times, you'll be fine. And along with responsibility is this thing that's called consequences, right? It's called consequences. We're gonna get into that a bit more as the class goes on. I'm gonna allow some questions in a moment, even though that says questions. But first, which of the following is an acceptable method of home storage? A, under a mattress. B, in the shoebox under the bed. C, biometric safe or cable lock. D, top shelf in a closet.
C.
All right, C, biometric safe or cable lock. All right, so we'll put a scenario for you all, just to see how you all are thinking. So, I know some of you are here for renewals. Others of you are here because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your permit for the first time. Okay? How many people currently own firearms? Okay? All right. Who's never shot a firearm before? Never shot a firearm before? Never shot a firearm? Just two people? Everybody else shot a firearm? Legally or illegally? Everybody shot a firearm. Just two people out of the class that's never shot is something new. You normally have a lot more new shooters unless y'all just trying to be shot, right? All right, that's cool. All right, so let's just say, like Ahadi was saying now before, it takes about 30 to 90 days to get your permit. All right, so you're gonna take the class today, you're gonna do the qualification tomorrow, everything's gonna go fine. Then what's gonna happen is you're gonna put in your paperwork right away, and let's just say in 60 days you have all your permits, all your cars coming in the mail, you're good to go. All right, so you get your firearm, you're set with your permit. One night you come home, you pull up to your house, your apartment, whatever the case may be, you pull up on the side of the street, you happen to notice there's a U-Haul truck at, say, your house. It's crazy because you've been living there for a while and you don't plan to move. So you're like, what's going on with a U-Haul truck in front of my house, right there in my driveway? What happened? You just see people coming out your house. Ladies, they got your favorite purses, your shoes. Fellas, they got your big screen TV, PS5, whatever it is. They clean you out. They clean you out, clean you out. Now you pulling up. So you got tinted windows rolled up, what have you. You still on the street. They can't see you. They too busy stealing your stuff, right? What do?
Call the police.
Call the police. I love that. Call the police. Everybody, they say call the police, but I didn't feel it. You can say it with your chest. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, this brother over here, he just immediately start laughing. So, that's great. Y'all all law-abiding citizens. That's great. Y'all are first. Y'all be the first class that everybody call the police. So, that's cool. You call the police. Now, remember, this is a safe place, safe space. We can have fun in here, we can ask questions. It's better that you think about things and do things here versus in the street, like I said, right? You're not going to explain stuff to the police, the jury, the lawyers, and all that, right? Here you can say and do what you want, we just kind of talk through it and think. You can make mistakes here. Can't even make mistakes in the street. So, I'm going to ask again. You pull up. They can't see you, but you see them. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna make sure that truck ain't going nowhere.
Make sure the truck's not going anywhere. And how are you going to do that?
Probably pull right behind it.
Pull right behind it. Okay, you got one person going to pull right behind the truck. So your whole goal is to stop the truck from leaving.
Yeah, if I see them coming out with my stuff, yeah.
Okay, you're going to stop the truck from leaving. I'm here right here.
As I go on, the first thing that you know to keep a composure.
Uh-huh.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
When you keep a composure, you think and know what to do.
Okay.
You keep that.
Okay, so first you're calm. Now that you're calm and you've meditated and you've done no deep breathing, what are you going to do now?
Well, when that time comes, it will need you keep a composure in that one thing, everything.
Okay.
Can you keep that composure? So you can get to step out and be what you need to be in the right way.
Okay, so you're going to calmly approach them and do what?
You need to find out what's going on.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to come up to you and you're going to say, ask me. So I'm still in your stuff. Ask me what's going on. Ask me.
Yeah, well, I'm going
Ask me, no, ask me what's going on.
I keep my composure. I ask you, what's going on?
Hey, I'm going to tell you what's going on. I'm robbing you. That's the answer. That's the answer. Now that you found that out, what are you going to do?
You can't move. You can't move. Well, if you're robbing me, stay right there. You're not moving. If I need to put it out, I'm going to put it out.
He was calm. He was super calm. He was in there. He's doing all that stuff, sitting down, meditating. Right? He put on some jazz. While he was in the car. He did all that.
Yes.
Now you can't move.
No, number one, you can't. You don't want to lose your shit.
No,
You don't want to lose your goal.
That's cool.
So you have to keep that.
That's cool. Now we're going to do, so I'm going to take these one by one. I'm going to take them one by one. This is good. But do you see? Everybody's calling the police. Everybody's calling the police, right? That's I'm going to get you, right? I'm going to get you. So the first one. Let's think these things through. What kind of car you got? Don't have panic attacks every time they step into the house and remember what happened. They have nightmares, PTSD, and everything else for the rest of their life. How you know that don't happen? How you don't know it ain't just as clear cut as what you thought it was? And you end up in court, and you end up in jail, and you need to get a lawyer, and you need to mortgage your house again, and all this other stuff to pay for that. You know? You didn't think through just setting money aside for a lawyer or having insurance. Right? You didn't think through all that. So like I said, it's only 2 points 99% of people think about. Get a gun, use a gun, and that's it. End of story. None of the aftermath, none of the consequences, none. So just keep that in mind. Keep those consequences in mind. And just realize, like I said, very few people are prepared to deal with anything like that. Okay? It sounds cool, it seems sweet, I step out, I do whatever. I give y'all a story. 2 classes ago, I had a guy who came in here and he was adamant about, man, they're gonna take my stuff, they doing this, I'm gonna go on and shoot the gun. He's going through all this stuff. I was like, all right, man, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You're gonna do whatever it is that you want to do. I can't say that this person can't have a gun, I can't say this, that, and the other. You're gonna do what you want to do. So he comes in class, class like this, it was 50, 60 people. He was like in the 4th group, he comes in. And the very first thing that I just have people do is, I just say, okay, we're just gonna load your firearm. And we're gonna go over how to do this later for, y'all are shot. Only 2 people should not know how to do this, right? We're just gonna load the firearm. We're just gonna load the magazine in, rack the slide back. We're gonna start shooting. So he was on the far left. So I hear click, 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 and it's amazing when you've done this 1,000 times, like I have. You hear the clicking, you hear the shooting, and you hear one that's not happening. Even though it's 7 lanes, I hear a 6th lane not going on. So I go down there, I talk to him. I'm like, hey, everything good? He's like, man, This is the guy, this is the shooter, this is the killer, this is John Wick Jr., right? He's like, man, you got like a towel, or something like that. I was trying to wrap the slide, man, I'm just sweating, man. When you get here, this shit's real. I'm like, he ain't even pulled the trigger yet. He can't even wrap the slide because he's sweating so much. So it's just different than what y'all think. Okay? Imagine he was trying to defend his family. You know what I mean? We just he was air conditioned. He had shorts on. This is what he's sweating. So just realize, okay. Just want y'all to keep that in mind. Any other questions, comments? I'm saying yes, thank you.
I read where it said you could not use our firearms to protect items and stuff.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes, we're gonna get into that in detail later. This was really just to kind of get y'all thinking, let y'all know where my head was at, where I'm trying to direct y'all. We're gonna get more into the laws later, but that is a state-by-state thing. Right? For example, how many of y'all are like getting a max package or renewing for Utah, for example?
Me.
Your Utah permits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just say you go to Utah. You happen to be in Utah like I was not too long ago. Okay? In that state, that is a state where you can defend property. It's written in their laws. Someone's coming to take your stuff, right? You can use deadly force to defend them taking your stuff. Okay? Another state like that is Illinois. Right? If they're coming to take your property, you can physically try to stop them from taking your property. Okay? But it's not like that in St. Mary. Okay? No, you cannot use deadly force to stop people from taking your property. Generally speaking, there are some nuances there that I'm going to talk about later when we get into the laws. But generally speaking, it's not like, hey, this person, I left my purse over there, that person's about to take it, bang, bang, bang. It's not how it works in Maryland, DC and Virginia. Okay? But good question.
All right, y'all. I got y'all a couple clips in the classroom to give y'all a little taste of what it's like being in the class when you're learning the laws and all that type of thing, things like that. Going over some of the safety stuff, things like that. So, class wasn't too bad. I mean, once it's done, it's done. Like, I know some of y'all out there worried about taking, a day off of work or just taking up like your time to be able to, carry and things like that. It's kind of like a hassle. Some people view it as a hassle. It's really not that bad. Once it's done, it's done. There was a couple funny moments in class where, people were asking some questions, and one of the guys spoke up and was like, so say I shoot somebody, right? And the instructor was just like, whoa, what you mean you just shot somebody? Like, it was a funny little moment because he mentioned no self-defense or nothing. He just came and said, all right, so what if I shoot somebody? And I'm just like, I just started, everybody just started laughing. It was funny. And another funny moment was when we were going over the duty to retreat and stay your ground, because in certain areas you have different laws. And one of the guys in the class was like, so I'm supposed to run first, and I have a gun. I'm supposed to run, and I have a gun. Because he was foreign, and he just had this like funny little accent, and he had the whole class cracking up with that. He was just like, I have a gun, and I gotta run? And it was just funny. But no matter how you may feel in a situation, if you do pull your weapon and you discharge it and you shoot somebody, you kill them or whatever the case may be, most times in certain places the courts are gonna try to make you seem like you're an aggressor and try to charge you for what you've done for using your firearm. So just because you have a concealed carrier's license and you shoot somebody, and you may all in all be right in your mind or whatever the case may be, it's a little bit different in the courts. The court views it a little bit different. So you got to be mindful of that. That's what I was saying earlier. You got to be level-headed and smart when you're carrying a firearm. You can't just, oh, I got a firearm, let me just shoot somebody because they said they looked at me wrong. Or you got to learn the laws and, make sure you're 100% in the right, because the courts will try to prosecute you and make an example out of you, especially in certain areas, depending on where you're at. And speaking of that, I decided to get some insurance. Check out this company. It's a insurance company for basically if you get into any type of violent situation, they can back you up, even if it's not with a firearm. It can be just physical, like just a battery charge or anything like that, or assault charge, whatever the case may be. Check if y'all know anything about the company. Drop some information in the comments for me. I'm gonna check them out and do some more research myself. Now, all we gotta do is go to the range tomorrow and qualify. And then get our paperwork, get all our licenses and things, and send off our paperwork so we can get our concealed carries in these states. And then I do have to go get fingerprints. I gotta make some time to go do that. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. It's not that hard. I mean, you just find a company, search up a company that holds the class, pay them your money, go to the class, learn the laws, and there's still a whole bunch more that you do need to know. They can only touch so much information in these hours that you're in the class. There's still a lot more to learn. You got to take some time out for yourself and learn the laws, because if you do use your firearm in a self-defense situation, you need to know for yourself and your family, because you're gonna be, if you're in the wrong, you're gonna get the charge, and you're gonna have to fight it in court. So, but yeah, that's that. Just a little bit of an update for y'all. Like I said, tomorrow we hit the range, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. All right, YouTube, it's the day to qualify. We up before the sun. That's why I got my dome lights on. It's still dark outside. Like, look, y'all can't see me. It's dark. The sun is still down. 5 o'clock in the morning, we on the way to the range. I'll turn y'all on when we get back there.
Remember that both of your thumbs will always point at the target. Alright? So now, what I want to see, you're going to pick up a firearm, you're going to load the magazine, wrap the slide back one time and let it go. Alright? So, from this point, you're not going to turn around, you're just going to hear my voice. Yep, load up the magazine, wrap it back one time. You hear the click sound. There you go. Look at your grip, make sure your grip is right. All right, locking on your target. We aiming at the X. We are aiming at the X. I want 5 shots. Aiming at the X. Take your time. When you're ready. Yep. You might got one of them ones today. All right, everybody face me. Now, I want you, these next 5, right, you're gonna do 3 with the right, 2 with the left. What are you gonna do? 1, 2, 3, take your time. Switch it, 1, 2, you should have 5 left. Do 5 shots on the first one. 5 with the right, no, 3 with the right, 2 with the left. All right? It's already loaded, so all you gotta do is pick up.
I'm gonna have to reload. I got 3 left, so I have to put this one out.
Hold on. All right, go ahead and take out your magazine. It should be empty. Under your right thumb, take the magazine out. Under your right thumb is a button. Take the magazine out. All right, now, I want you to push your target out to 5 yards. All right, now, with this next magazine, I want you to do, this is going to be back to 2 hands. All right, we're going to do 3 at 5, 3 at 7, 3 at 10. But you know what? Let's go 3, 3, and 4 at 7. 4 at 10. 3 at 5, 3 at 7, 4 at 10. All right? 3 at 5, 3 at 7, 4 at 10. Let's go. 3 at 5, 3 at 7, 4 at 10. 2 hands. When you ready? Bring it home. Out of 10, bring it home. Push the home button. Out to 10, bring it home. So clear the van. Out to 10, control this bag. I need to clear firearms.
All right, y'all, so it's really that simple. I'm at the gas station now getting some gas. You'll need some. And you get a pamphlet with all your information and everything. Your certificate of achievement. It's the DC paperwork here. This is Maryland. Another certificate. This Utah. And another concealed carry certificate. I mean, it's really just that simple, man. All right, y'all, so it's a few days later. Finally got some time to go ahead and get my fingerprints done on my lunch break. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're gonna walk up in here, get our fingerprints, and then we can go on with the next steps and get our Utah sent off in the mail. I believe Maryland is all electronic, but we're gonna see about that. I don't think I gotta mail anything in for Maryland. I think it's all online, all electronic. But for Utah, you gotta send them ink fingerprints and mail everything in. All right, so I'm gonna walk in here and then get everything squared away, and I'll turn y'all back on. Alright, y'all, so after you take your class and everything, pretty much that's the hard part is out of the way, because that's what takes up most of your time. So after that, all you got to do is get your fingerprints. Right now, I'm just getting Utah and Maryland. I already got my fingerprints done. I'm about to put my envelope in the mail for Utah, because you got to send it to them. They don't do the electronic. Like Maryland does everything on electronic and online and everything. And with Maryland, you just got to upload like a passport photo. You can actually just take a selfie and do that. You can, and then you have to upload the number to your fingerprints so they can, you know, go in and file it and add it to your file and everything. You gotta put like some personal information. You have to list 3 people that know you for references. I don't know if they actually contact them or not. And I think that's it. And obviously you just gotta fill out the application. Then with Utah, it's all written. It's the same thing, but it's written. And then you have to take a picture, and you have to print out a picture of your license. You have to take an actual physical passport photo. Then you have to put your fingerprints in there, your blue and black fingerprints, and the application. And I have mine all right here, and I'll be sending this off right this second. And boom, hopefully they get that soon. I think it takes I might be mistaken, it might take 45 days for Maryland and 90 days for Utah. I might have that flipped, but it's something around, like, you gotta wait a little bit. But after that, after you got everything shipped off, you're good to go. You just wait. I think Utah, they'll send you a card in the mail, and I believe Maryland the same thing, but I think you get confirmation online, like through your email. And then, I mean, it's just pretty much that's it. Like, it's super, super easy to do and everything. You just gotta cut out some time and pay a little bit of money. I was not expecting, there was a price difference with Maryland. I don't know if it just went up or not, but their application is $125 when it said it was $75. But I went ahead and paid it. I mean, I'm this far already, so what's the extra $50? I mean, shoot. I mean, already, what I'm gonna waste the money I paid for the class and just to save $50? Well, you're not really saving. So at the end of the day, you're wasting the money for the class. So I just went ahead and did it, sent everything off. Like I said, I'm reminding y'all, when y'all get y'all's concealed carry and everything like that, you gotta be disciplined, you gotta be smart. You're not all of a sudden law enforcement or nothing like that. You can't just be out here wilding, y'all. So with that being said, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you're still here, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll owe you a box of ammo. Peace.